Morning and thank you. My name is Adam McLean. I pled into drug court in 2005. Today I'm 27 years old and I've never had a legal drink. Drug court has literally saved my life, and today I'm here to say thank you and express gratitude and to introduce you to an amazing group of people that exhibit qualities that we never knew existed. Those of us that deal with the addicted and mentally ill are sometimes met with resistance, but more often than not, we are given stories of success, stories of veterans receiving support, stories of families being reunited, stories of addicts and alcoholics going back to school, getting jobs, and leading successful, sober lives. Here is living proof that all of your amazing hard work is so worth it.
Good morning. My name is Destiny, and I identify myself as a recovering addict. My story begins when I was 15. I was diagnosed with something called endometriosis. And I was put on a bunch of pain medications. Now, when I was younger, I was very naive to what addiction was. I had seen my father go through alcoholism, and I had seen my mother go through alcoholism. But I never thought it was going to happen to me. I never wanted to be like them. I was a straight-A student in high school. I never got into any trouble. I had never seen the inside of my principal's office, let alone the back seat of a police car. And soon, for me, that was going to change. I, however, did graduate high school in 2005 with honors, and I had a full scholarship to our local college playing soccer. I had big dreams and big ambitions, and that changed for me. After I graduated high school, I seemed to have fallen in a really bad path. You know, the kind of people that they tell you never to hang out with? Those were the people that I hung out with. I started doing bigger pills. Once I was prescribed the hydros, I thought I was okay with those. I took them as prescribed, so I didn't have a problem with them. Until my brother introduced me to Oxycontin, which he was buying out on the street. What went from a half of an Oxycontin habit a day, having a full-time job, living in my grandparents' home, landed me living in Niagara Falls with people I did not know, on a mattress with cockroaches everywhere around me. I was your stereotypical junkie that I swore up and down I was never going to be. Sticking a needle in my arm, that was never a reality for me. Becoming a crackhead was never a reality for me, and that's what became me. My life consisted of a 4-block area, and this is coming from somebody that used to be a straight-A student. I used to go fishing and ride four-wheelers as a hobby. And now I walk the streets for money and disrespected myself and my family every single day. It wasn't until 2009 that I took it upon myself to steal from my grandparents and get caught doing it, that led me to Lockport Drug Court. And while I was there, I was given the option. They said, Destiny, you can either go into our treatment court or you can go to prison for 7 years. What would you like? And in my mind, I have a third option. I can continue to use and I can die, because that's the reality of it for an addict like me. I will die if I use again. I'm happy to say that I chose treatment. At first, I didn't want to do it. Nobody wants to told to be what to do. But thank God for my coordinator and my judge who took the time to realize the potential that I had to help me rise above what it is I can be today. I did everything that was asked of me. I got into some trouble in the beginning, I won't lie. But all in all, I followed exactly what they told me and exactly what my 12-step program told me. And here I am today living proof. And I want to thank each and every one of you who give an addict like me the time of day, because we need more empathy from people. And what a better place to celebrate 3 years clean than Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Matt Henderson. I'm Destiny's husband, and I knew Destiny for about 15 years, and she was a young girl with a bright future, which addiction had taken away from her for a short time, and drug court, through their program that what they offered, had given that back to her. And because of that, I now have a beautiful wife and a beautiful son. So, thank you all.
I'm a little nervous. Okay, I said I wasn't going to read this. And I believe it, coming from the heart, you'll understand and you'll feel where I come from. My name is Enrique Rocha, and I'm a recovering meth addict. And today, I am 1,331 days clean. Today, I can proudly say with my head up that I am a mother of 3 beautiful children. One who is here with me, who is somewhere, and I can actually say I'm a wife to this loving man. And today, I am a legal secretary, and I'm an interpreter for the courts in Santa Maria, California. And yeah, it is surprising. Let me tell you a little bit about my addiction and how I got here. As a little girl, I was molested, and I was raped at age 14 by my mother's boyfriend, who is now serving 68 years in prison. Me weighing 95 pounds my last incarceration. And as you can see, I can't see my picture, but I'm sure you guys are all focused to the you guys are all focused to the picture. I do not weigh 95 pounds today. How did I get to drug court? Well, that's a long story. I only have 3 minutes. Thanks to Judge Flores, I made it here. Why? I came in and out of jail watching all these people basically die in there. No teeth, really ugly looking appearance. And I thought to myself, do you really want to end your life this way? I lost my mother in 2005 to the alcohol addiction. She was only 36. So I thought to myself, are you going to leave 3 beautiful children behind at that same age? I didn't want to do that. So what I decided to do was become somebody. The somebody who I know I can be, and who I know in my mind and in my heart that I can accomplish. Meth is a really sick addiction, and thanks to drug court, I was able to view and see through my pain, be able to remove that mask that I've been wearing for so many years and be looked at for the person I am. Before, I was ashamed of saying I was a drug addict because it just sounds really horrible, really gross. I felt dirty. I felt insecure. After all this abuse, I basically felt like nobody would look at me and take me serious. I lost my kids, I lost my family, I lost my husband, who I vowed to be with the rest of my life. That didn't matter. I remember my son telling my husband that he wanted to go to the store. My husband asked why. My son said, because I want to buy a new mommy. That didn't matter. I continued. But drug court showed me there was a different lifestyle. And today, I want to let you guys know this is my first time flying. And one thing I am going to read is, drug court gave me my wings a long time ago. The one-on-one therapy, counseling, I actually looked forward to those groups. And I want everybody to know that this program transformed my life, and it can transform many others who are still suffering out there with this addiction. We need more drug courts. We cannot give up on the opportunity to give out wings to those who are mourning for a slight chance of transformation, like my little sister who is serving time in Chowchilla. Y también quiero dar gracias a todos los que vienen de México, Latinoamérica. Quiero decirles que ustedes me inspiran y que estoy aquí para asistir en lo que necesiten. Yo quisiera poder abrir mi corazón y decir mi historia a ellos que necesitan la ayuda. Once again, thank you, and it's an honor for me to be here.
Good morning. My name's Enrique, and I'll be reading off flashcards. So I'm here on behalf of my wife, Maria. A success from drug court. My relationship with my wife is proof that this program works. I was able to recover her back. Our relationship's stronger than ever. She's my best friend and someone that I could count on. I'm proud of what she has accomplished in her past 4 years of sobriety. She has the life she's always wanted. First of all, being a loving mother to my 3 boys, having the support of her husband and grandparents, and last of all, her feeling that she's worth something and being able to contribute to the community. I want to thank Judge Flores for not giving up on her. I know that she has her eyes set on new goals. I just want to let her know that we would accomplish her dreams as a couple. I am proud of you and I love you. And thank you, everybody.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Jim Montgomery. I live in California, Redlands, California. That's where I went through the drug court in 2001. And first, I'd like to thank the NADCP for bringing my family and myself out here. What an honor it is, and you've treated us just superbly. Thank you so much. I came to drug court in 2001, like I said, and I brought with me a 32-year career in the criminal justice system. That's right, I was a criminal, and you guys were always trying to drag me to justice. And I'd had like 28 arrests. 32 years, that's what I did. And I've been in jail in all over California. Been Redlands, Yucaipa, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, Sacramento County, Oakland County, Indio, Beaumont, Yucca Valley. That's California. Then Phoenix, Arizona, Davenport, Washington, Spokane, Washington, Pascagoula, Mississippi. I don't even know how I got out there, but so you get the point. You know, I didn't want to change. What I did was my life. That's how I grew up. I grew up on the streets. I synthesized methamphetamine for 20 years. You know, I worked with crews that could manufacture 150 pounds, excess of 150 pounds a month. I had my own labs that could produce 50 pounds in a weekend. And so, you know, I was a menace to society. I terrorized my family and anybody around me. I had no problem sticking a 357 in your nose. I ran with outlaw bikers, and it's just who I was, you know, and I wasn't proud of it. What happened with me is in 2001, the parole agent came and picked me up once again and was taking me back to Chino prison, and they asked me if I wanted some help. And I said yes, because I didn't want to do an 11-month violation. I wanted to do a 30-day dry out. And so they sent me to this probation officer, and she read my war and peace record, you know. And she said, "Mr. Montgomery, we don't, you're not in the target range of people we think we can help." And so, you know, I was highly offended, but but she said she's going to get me in somehow, and she did. And I had no intention of changing. I was just trying to work the system like I'd been doing for 32 years. You know, there was times I forged 180 signatures just so I could be in the court the next morning, you know. And I'd learned ways around most everything. But drug court by design, you know, you guys jumped both feet into my life, and I had to go to court. I don't know, you know, we did a 1-year program with a 6-month aftercare, and I had to go to court every Friday, you tested me 5 days a week, and you told me I had to go to these meetings on the outside, and I couldn't forge the signatures because you had other papers from people that were really going, you know. So that was out, and you know, the drug tests, I got to be honest, I didn't study for a couple of those, and I failed, but you know, it worked in spite of me, is the point. I was one of those that it wasn't going to work, and it worked in spite of me, and it laid a foundation for my life. Today, you know, I have a life beyond my wildest dreams. I really do. I have a wonderful family. My oldest son that didn't speak to me for a decade is in my life. I don't know if they showed you the picture of the bikes and him and I, but that's him. And we do a lot of, we ride together, and we have a great relationship. You know, I read this book. It's a big book, and it tells me that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we can learn how our experience can benefit others. And for me today, I get the privilege to go back to the recovery homes and to the even to drug court, and to work with newcomers. And I get the privilege to go into juvenile halls for the last 9 years, into the jails, some of the same jails that they arrested me in. I get to look at the same beds I stayed in, some of the same cells I was in. And I get to tell those guys that there's a solution, you know, that they don't ever have to get loaded again as long as they live, one day at a time. And that's the foundation that you guys laid for me. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Victoria, and today I'm honored to be Jimmy's wife. I probably couldn't have said that a few years ago after all the qualities that you heard him bragging about, but today I can, because of this life-changing program that he was given. And I'd like to say congratulations to him and to all the alumni that are here today representing the freedom that can be achieved through hard work and determination. And I'd also like to say thank you to all the drug court professionals and the team members that are here and for your tireless dedication and all the hours I know that go into working towards transforming people's lives. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jim's stepdaughter, and it's truly an honor to know this man, because hearing about how he used to be and seeing how he is now makes me so grateful that I met him after he got clean. And this program is truly amazing for what it does for families like mine that are destroyed by addiction, and it repairs it, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So thank you.
Good morning. My name is Yessenia Campos, and I'd like to share with you how Family Drug Court in Tucson, Arizona helped me go from existing to living my life. And I'm gonna cry, just letting you guys know. Before I joined drug court, for Family Drug Court, in order to qualify for the program, you have to be a person who is addicted to drugs and alcohol and to have an open dependency case with CPS. I qualified because I was in the middle of my second dependency. My first dependency, I was unsuccessful. I didn't participate in any of my case plan goals or tasks. And I lost custody of my daughter and of my oldest son. Months later, I gave birth to my second daughter. She was born addicted to crack cocaine, and I thought that there was no hope. I had just failed my two older kids. I didn't think that I could do it. Then my CPS worker told me that I had to observe a session of this family drug court. I had no idea what it was. And so I thought, well, I'll just go and I'll just check it off the list. To my surprise, when I walked in, I met a group of wonderful people that were genuine, that encouraged me, and that were supportive, something that I hadn't encountered in the 3 years that I had been dealing with CPS. When I left there, I thought, well, it was nice. It touched my heart, but as an addict, I walked away and said, there's no way I'm gonna do that program. Until one day I was struggling to stay clean, and I thought, I need to call somebody. That's what they say. You need to call somebody if you feel like using. But I didn't have anybody. My family had given up on me. My boyfriend had given up on me. Then I remembered that this guy, Dean Rohde, had given me his card from Family Drug Court. So I called him. He stayed on the phone with me for over an hour. And that day I didn't use. That phone call changed my life, because for the first time in a really long time, there was somebody that really believed and cared. Family Drug Court is an 8-month program. It took me 14 months to graduate. In my time in Family Drug Court, I learned how to be an honest person. Someone from the streets, you don't trust anyone, you don't tell anybody anything. But drug court, main goal is accountability and to be honest. And I learned how to do that. And I learned how to stop blaming others for my mistakes and taking action. They taught me how to love and respect myself and see myself as a woman of value and of worth, worthy of being a mom. Today I'm proud and happy to say that I have my daughter, all 4 kids, I have 4 now. I've been clean and sober for 8 years. Thank you. And drug court helped me find my purpose. Before drug court, you know, as a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to be. And today I know that now I want to give back to the community and to everyone else that's walking in the shoes that I once walked in. And I'm enrolled at the University of Phoenix studying to get my bachelor's in human services. And I am proud and honored to say that I am now part of the Pima County Juvenile Court Family Drug Court team, and I work as an RSS. Thank you to all of Family Drug Court, to everyone out there. You are the unsung heroes of so many addicts out there. And I just pray and hope that in time, more drug courts will be open and more people will come to recovery and begin to be active members of society. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Ariana. I'm Yessenia's daughter. When I got taken away from my mom, I felt angry that because my mom did drugs, she couldn't be a part of my life. I felt very sad I felt sad that when I couldn't make things at school for Mother's Day, I felt very weird giving a gift to my stepmom instead of my real mom. I really missed not having my mom for those 3 years. Now that my mom isn't doing drugs, she's a much better person. I love how much she helps me with my problems at school, such as bullying. She also does my hair so I'm not late for school. And when I have nightmares, she lets me sleep with her. She also prays for me at night so I'm safe. She is always there for me. My mom is a much better parent than she was before. Thank you, Family Drug Court, for giving me a normal life with my mom.
Welcome. My name is Francisco Campos, and I'm Yessenia's husband. And before drug court, we were in a drug-induced relationship with the sole purpose to get and use drugs. There was no trust in our relationship whatsoever as a result of all the unfaithfulness. And I'll never forget the feeling of emptiness that I felt inside when I would look inside her eyes and know that I wasn't her first love, but the drugs were. It's almost impossible for me to put into words the feelings of gratitude that I feel towards Family Drug Court Tucson for the transformation that they've made in my wife's life. Today, I am proud to say that we have been married for the last 6 years, raising we've been raising 4 crazy kids, my little parade, and just the other day I was telling her how proud I was of her, and confessing that it was because of her accomplishments and successes in life that have been my main source of inspiration for mine. I am confident that she's going to take her personal experiences and professional training to join your family and your mission to help all rise. Thank you, Family Drug Court.
Good morning. My name is Frank Grillo. I am a U.S. Army combat medic, 3 tours in Iraq. I am a disabled veteran, and I'm a mentor at the Buffalo court system. And I'd like to start by thanking all my fellow military in the audience. I, too, will be reading off note cards. Less than 1% of America comprises our military forces. Less than 1%. In 2008, troop strength got up around 185,000 in combat zones. And by the end, around 2012, we're looking at roughly half. That means half came home. In 2011, it's recorded that 1 in every 5 suicides in the United States of America is a veteran. 1 suicide every 80 minutes. 23% of homeless across America are veterans. And in Buffalo, I think that number's more like 35 or 40%. And all this comes from less than 1% of the population. How do we fix this? I don't know. But I know how we can help. Vets courts across America are forming a break wall against a tidal wave of good American men and women who are coming home and who would otherwise be in jail or dead. This is Britton Walker. Britton Walker was an infantry soldier for 8 years, one of the best. And when he came home and he asked for help and he didn't get any, he did what he was trained to do. He attacked. Airborne, infantry, air assault. You know, this is what they do. They fight. Someone saw that. Someone saw that this wasn't a natural reaction, and they pulled him from the hole he was heading into, and they put him in a veterans court. Now, when I look across this massive group of people, I see powerful and compassionate people. You wouldn't be here unless you were a compassionate person. And all I can think is, please, help us. Some of you have already started, and some of you are contemplating starting veterans courts. Britton Walker is living proof that this works. Please help us. Iron Dukes.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. My name is Britton Walker. Back in 2007, I'll kind of break the ice here, I was sitting in a scout sniper position with 5 other paratroopers, and our position was almost overrun by 30 insurgents. I figure if I can handle that pressure, I can handle talking to you 4,000 people.
Maybe.
I'd just like to really talk about the Buffalo Veterans Court and what it's done for my life. When I first came back, trying to integrate from being a combat soldier into the civilian world was very difficult. I thought I could handle anything. Being a Geronimo, you were trained to adapt, overcome, and take on any feat possible. Getting back into society was not as easy as I thought it was going to be, and being a normal civilian was it was very difficult. My life was falling apart. Issues from post-traumatic stress dominated my life on a daily basis, sometimes minute to minute. I was stressed and did not know how to function as a human at some point in time. Thanks to the Buffalo Veterans Court, I was able to pull myself back together with a lot of help from the mentors, and from Judge Russell and his team were outstanding. At this point in time, I'm about to graduate with an associate's degree with a 3.7 GPA.
Dean's List.
I tried to keep a 4.0, but I just couldn't do it in biology. I recently got accepted into Florida State University. I'm going to be attending their PGM golf program. I'm hopefully hoping to become a PGA professional and get my teaching card, and maybe get my PGA Tour card at one point in time. When I was initially standing before a federal judge, after the court proceedings, I yelled back to a reporter that the VA, Veterans Affairs, was not prepared to handle the influx of soldiers coming home from combat. And I said that they were not prepared to handle the mental stress and the post-traumatic stress from coming back from combat. Seeing all you out here and then being through the program for the last 18 months, I can proudly say that America is ready to handle dealing with our troops coming home who are going to suffer from PTSD. I just want to thank you all for your dedication to everyone in America as far as with everything you do in the courts as far as substance abuse, from DWI courts and to the veterans courts. Thank you. Without you people working and doing what you're doing, we would not be clean and sober and have our lives back together. Thank you very much.
My name is Joanne Walker Dutson, and I am forever thankful. I'm going to read what I have to say because otherwise I'm going to cry. I am forever thankful for all the people who have been there for my son. I know he would not be where he is today without the help and influence of the many people who have stood in the gap, stood alongside of him, and stood up for him. It has been a team effort, including him. Every one of us needs the encouragement of others sometime in our life, someone who believes in us. I am so very thankful to the Veterans Court, Judge Russell, the mentors, and Judge Russell's staff, and how they've helped my son. They have been an answer to this mother's prayer. I am so proud to say that Britton Michael is my son. And when a mother uses your middle name, you better listen up. I have one more word to say. These young men and women, they need our support. They need our help. You keep doing what you're doing and don't give up. Thank you so much.
My name is Natalie Williams, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. When you look at me, what is it that you see? I've been told that you see a talented, intelligent, charismatic, attractive young lady. But not once have you seen the obstacles that I've overcame. You don't see the mental or the physical or emotional abuse. You don't see the young lady who was taken advantage of or who was raped. You don't see the years of hopelessness, the years of low self-esteem, low self-confidence, low self-respect, depression, inadequacy, loneliness, emptiness, lack of motivation. You don't see the overbearing, controlling, and sometimes judgmental, tough love. You don't see self-affliction or failed attempts at suicide. What you do see is a person that I created for you to see. You see the bits and pieces of myself that I chose to show everyone. Everyone asks why. It's because nobody gave the effort to get to know who I was. No one gave the effort to show that they cared, nor to show that they wanted to help me. So I never showed who I was. And that was before drug court. Before drug court, I used alcohol because everyone was there doing the same thing. Everyone had their own problems, but we all used drugs to cover it up. We all lived for today, not yesterday nor tomorrow. In drug court, they nagged, they disciplined, they handed me cups, which I later found out was not for alcohol, by the way. But they also believed, they inspired, they motivated, they loved, and they showed me more support than I could ever ask for. Because of drug court, I was introduced to my 3 mentors. Miss Erica Lockett, case manager for Columbus, Georgia. Miss Desiree Smith, counselor for Columbus, Georgia. And Miss Diane Green, director of the Hartman Residential Treatment Facility in Marietta, Georgia. Because of Muskogee County Drug Court in Columbus, Georgia, I'm honored to stand before you today as a 2011 January graduate of the drug court. And I'm grateful for everyone, because without you all, I wouldn't have received the support, the love, the doubt, the abuse, examples good and bad, and I won't be able to stand before you presenting my testimonial. I also stand before you, a 19-year-old, sober young lady for 2 years and 2 weeks. I also stand before you as the first juvenile drug court representative. And for that, I would just like to say thank you.
Good morning. My name is Erskine, and I am a grateful recovering addict. I went to DC-4. I couldn't read, couldn't write. The only thing I knew how to do was spell my name and my social security number. Now, I'm reading, I'm writing a little portrait, I'm buying my own house. I even got my own driver's license. I'm the president of alumni at DC-4, and I was in them streets for 28 years and didn't have no kind of hope on nothing. I thought I was gonna die the same way some of my partners did in the streets. But God had mercy on me to send me to DC-4. And Judge Norman, I don't know where you got that vision from to start DC-4, but I am truly grateful, because it was 2 places I was going to end up at the penitentiary or dead. So I'm truly grateful for that. And I also work for Davidson County Drug Court, DC-4. You know, in them streets, we have so much pride until we don't want to show it to nobody. But when you come to DC-4, you got to drop all of that. You know, you have to get real with yourself. Because if you don't get real with yourself, then who are you going to get real with? You know, and that's one thing that I do understand, you know. I'm getting to know me today. When I was in them streets, I didn't know me. And I love me, and I can say I love other people. Because to be honest with you, I didn't care nothing about nobody in them streets but me. How I was going to survive. Thank y'all.
This is always my favorite part of what we do here at NADCP. You're the reason for what we do. Thank you for your courage, family members. Thank you for the courage to stand up here, and you're the reason we get up in the morning. And if there's the message in this room, it is that although the graduates here represent the roughly 1 million people that have gone through your life-saving course over the last 23 years, look at all the other lives that we impact through family and friends, children. It's unbelievable what you do, and it's just amazing the stories that have gone on this morning. So have an amazing conference, and please come down and thank these incredible folks.